Hello, welcome back. You may notice there was no battle in the big pile of skulls. I assume that stack was walking towards me. I think Ulm is so unthreatened by my army that he doesn't even need it. He's, actually I can probably show you. There's no spoilers on the map or anything. Yeah, he just moved it over to garage sale. Just from here to here. Maybe gonna attack one of TNN's throne, just kind of ignoring me. Just thinks I'm too weak to bother with. Being slightly disrespected, but you know, possibly for good reason. We did some site searching. I can't remember if we found anything. I don't think we did. Doesn't look like it. We lost our little raiders, so we had little raiders over here. No, not here. Up here. Got killed by some earth attacks though. Can't really do much about that. So that's fine. Battles then. Yeah, I mean, I just took his stuff back. Enchanted Forest bounced off one of our provinces with big PD. And we also saw Ulm taking some of Memoria's stuff. So nothing really happened this turn in terms of battles. And we did do some Breath of the Desert on Big Pile of Skulls to protect us from murdering winter a little bit. Other than that, the events are all just plague stuff, fortunately. And that's it. So we do now have this throne still open, so I'm gonna see if we can clear out some of the troops and some of the mages. It's literally just the two big glitches who have Rings of Returning. They each have a Coral Blade, a Crown of Lead, and a Lodestone Amulet. So they've got a little bit of magic resistance. They've got Bless items as well. Same for Vinzel. So these guys are going to head in. One's going to spam Wind of Death, which just makes every enemy unit decay. Magic resistant negates easily, but a lot of Ulm's troops have pretty low MR, so might hit them all. And Vinzel's going to do Bone Grinding, which just does 3 damage to everybody. We have Twist Fate and we're Ethereal, so this shouldn't hit us too many times. If it hits us once, we go back to our cap, of course, but hopefully we avoid that for as long as possible. And then potentially it just limps and cripples everyone as well. So if we combine these two spells, I mean, that might clear out a lot of Ulm's army, right? Guess we'll see. They're storming anyway. So we'll see if this achieves anything. Hopefully it does. That would be cool. And at that point we can decide whether or not we want to storm. Or if we just give up, I suppose. Would be nice to actually storm. I could just like march this way and attack this throne instead. Might be easier. It's possible. So the only real movements this turn are, yeah, storming the fort to do that. Moving some more units up to replenish. We've got a fire glitch here now, just doing more Breath of the Desert because the temp is still neutral. And we now have an earth glitch as well to go and add to the Marble Warriors casters. I should have given you items. There we go, that's much better. So that's fine as well. I think I scripted you, right? Yeah. That's possibly the wrong spot though. Just move him into the correct spot. Which I think is just in the middle. So no real change yet over here, but we'll storm and see if this achieves anything next turn. The other main movement is just over here, where we're starting to put together an army to take this throne. Looks empty, so yeah, it might be doable. We're going to have quite a few archers and things in this province next turn. And then there's some stuff building up in this fort currently as well. Doing some recruitment over here. So something's coming together. Other things I'm doing at the moment is just setting up new mages that can do things for us in this part of the world. We have another Lawmaster. I'm going to turn this into a glitch. He'll be E2 N3. We can use this guy's... I'm mostly going to use him to forge Earth Boots, I think. To turn some more of our E1 mages into Marble Warriors casters without needing to actually glitch them. And other stuff as well. I'll just have him hanging around to be able to make stuff that requires E2. Basically going to be his job. Up here is, I'm also glitching this mage this turn. Another, not this one. This one, another D3 mage. So we'll have a D5 mage over here. And he has a staff in the treasury waiting for him, so he'll be D6. And then he can forge himself a skull face as well. I will probably at some point try to knock Dark Skies off the list as well. I didn't realize how easy that is to cast in terms of gems. Where is that? Dark Skies, this only takes 50 gems. And only A5. If we have Sag cast this, he can do such a huge overcast on it. We make 21 air gems per turn at the moment, and we have no real uses for them. So we should really be trying to boost more people into air, I think, to actually take advantage of this. You've got quite a good death income as well, so I'm probably going to start making more whites too. In different places. Still more than a year till Cataclysm, I think, so yeah, we've still got turns to screw around doing stuff like this. Once there's fewer than 12 months remaining, though, I really do need to pick better thrones to attack, I think. If this goes badly. Because I've just been stuck here for a while now. We'll see what happens, though. Ulm does have another throne over here that's completely undefended. We could potentially take this and then walk down, depending on what this territory looks like, but we might just end up in the same position. Because this army will be a lot weaker magic-wise. Those are the main things happening this turn, though. I do believe I'm putting down another temple in this province, yeah. I'm gradually pushing Dominion into Ulm as well. These are all heavy provinces now. 35 PD, 25, 40. So we're claiming some territory, I guess, just not a huge amount. I think also Ulm just doesn't care about the unrest in his cap either. It's almost at 500, which is the cap. Then there'll be this guy as well, diseasing people there, so I don't know. Mostly a white army in this province. But yeah, I think that's it for this turn. I'll just see what I'm forging now. Owl quills, handful of errors, bottles of living water, more quills, breath of the desert, some site searching, transfiguring the death mage, a little bit more site searching, and those two guys are storming the castle. Yep, and that's it. Research is proceeding. Gonna be a while before we get Alt 8. That will let us do the next level of provincial transfig though, which is, you know, get some more, even better units. I'll leave it there. That was turn 69. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. Did some rituals. We found a site with arcane probing in Mirror Palace, which is a cool one. 25 supply, 25 gold, and a gem and a pearl. And Harrispex found a Glen of Verdant Greenery, so that's another nature gem per turn as well. Other than that, we did Breath of the Desert again, and transformed another mage. Didn't find any other sites. And then there were 2 battles on the Wretched Throne, so it looks like TNN ritualed onto our throne this turn, which is not good. We were also moving some units into the throne, so after it got put under siege, these guys bumped into them. So it's quite a lot of stuff as well, mostly Kushis, some Tuatha warriors, and a couple of Furbolg. And quite a few powerful mages as well. Gatha Sorceress, lots of adepts who all have a bunch of items. This guy's pretty geared. Rune Smash is always scary. This guy's got a Rune Smasher and an Eye of the Void. This guy has a ton of gems. So he's carrying all of the air and nature gems for the army, even though he's not one of those mages. Here's an H3 priest, ready to claim the throne, I assume. So it's pretty rough. We don't have a lot of stuff in this throne at the moment. And we also stormed Big Pile of Skulls. So the plan here is to spam Wind of Death and Bone Grinding into, honestly, not that much stuff. It's surprising how little stuff there is here. Just that there's a lot of whites. So we might be able to kill some of the shamans and some of the units, but the whites probably not. However, that seems kind of extraordinary to me. The Wind of Death caster has been sent home immediately. Just to remind you, these guys have 16 base protection and they're ethereal, and they had Twist Fate. can't really believe that they just got hit by short bow that does 9 base damage. Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know, this kind of blows the whole plan up, because I did not expect a War Launcher with a short bow to possibly do enough damage to trigger returning. So we don't do the Wind of Death, unfortunately. We just do Bone Groaning, which, you know, it does some damage. It's definitely clearing some people out. If we could have laid down a couple of those, that would have been pretty good, I think. But the next thing that happens is that this guy routes, I guess because we've lost half of the hit points that were on the field. So he just runs away now. Man, Ulm also does a bunch of his rituals as well. We got Acid Storm and Rain of Stones. I don't think Acid Storm or Rain of Stones would have done much to my flawless glitches, so that might have just hurt him as well, if we were still here. As it is, that was a complete failure. We did kill 1 Shaman, and 11 Mechanical Men, so, you know, that's something. Just plan got kind of blown up by somehow a short bow triggering returning, but oh well. Events then. There's the Breath of the Desert, Transform the Loop Breaker, and we got a really nice event in Gladewood. 825 gold, a bunch of gems, and a winged helmet, which is crazy. That's always a really nice one to get for free. The other events aren't too interesting. I guess Forest of Pine is 10 more defense, which is nice, but yeah, not really relevant. Anyway, things have changed now. The Wretched Throne is already open, and I'm not sure that we can defend this, but we kind of have to, because TNN has done this to multiple people in the game, and is very close to winning anyway. I just kind of assumed that, I don't know, TNN was getting tied up, because I knew that TNN was at least at war with Uuodeouda, right? We've been able to see that somewhere, right? Am I going crazy? Yeah, over here. Although, to be fair, this is being stormed by sieged by a single horrified peasant, so not much going on there. Yeah, you can see TNN is on Yomi's throne as well. And it's not like Ulm is really defending with much here either, right? 200 things, mostly mechanical men. I kind of thought that TNN would be at least a little bit pressured, but maybe they weren't. Maybe they've just been sitting back, preparing to just drop a bunch of shit on people's thrones for the last, like, couple of turns. Which is rough, because if TNN takes these 2 thrones, they're going to win the game immediately. So the only thing I can really do this turn is try to defend this throne, but I don't think I can. Unfortunately, we moved all of the force out of this area down here to take this throne, which I guess is looking like a mistake now. Because this is where my army is. So inside the Wretched Throne now, we have basically nothing. We do have some cubes on bodyguard duty. And that's it. So this turn, I'm moving what I can to Wretched Throne, which isn't much. I don't even have many people that can cast spells on this throne or can teleport into this throne, because all my stuff is just sitting here pointlessly, which is also a shame. So over here things are just continuing as normal. I'm just going to act like, well, either we defend this or not. Ulm messaged me and asked for a ceasefire, so I can't even like storm this fort. I can't like go like, well, let's try and take this at least to see if we would have been able to do it. Because we have a 3-turn ceasefire now, so I can't do anything aggressive towards Ulm. We're just going to try and save this. Ulm has said that he will teleport some stuff onto this, so he can soften up the sieging army. And then I'm sending over... We just glitched this guy, but there's no lab here or anything. I can't give him any items. So he's just going over to just do some spells, and then he's just going to try and make the enemy army use gems, basically. That's his job. Going over with these 2 guys. Big plan here. We're going to have 4 guys walk forwards, while this guy blesses the flawless glitch. So, you know, that's step 1. Step 2 is we're summoning a bunch of stuff inside this fort. So I've got 2 casts of Revive White, and 1 cast of Pale Riders, plus a Vile Water, plus a bunch of casts of Summon Leogryphs. and 1 cast of Summon Killer Mantises. So good luck there. Also give out some bottles in this army as well. And there's some bottles coming over. There is one guy we can teleport, this guy, so he's going over too. And same down here, there's a native S3, so he can teleport too. That's basically it. I have some flawless glitches over here who can teleport too. Cooling just got returning, of course. This is the guy who just got hit by a short bow. So he can cloud trap into that. I've taken his ring of returning off him. He can cloud trap in there, and Uninstallation Wizard, my very first glitch, is also going to teleport. I'm not sure what else to do. Then it's a question of how do I actually defend this throne though with just those guys and no units. Originally I was just going to spam Soul Slay and Horde of Skeletons. I think we're going to die really quickly though, we'll just be buried under Thunderstrikes and Arrows, I imagine. Or maybe not, because it's mostly Astral Mages, right? Yeah, well, 7 Sorceresses actually. Oh, these are mages as well. Yeah, I don't know. We're going to get buried under stuff either way. So instead, I'm going to try summoning Lamashtas. I've never used this spell, but they might be better than skeletons, mostly because they appear at the edge of the battlefield. So they might draw a lot of fire away from us at least. So all of these death mages are just given a bunch of death gems and they're just spamming summon Lamashtas. We'll see if that does anything. I don't know. Lamashtas have 0 protection, but they have invuln and ethereality, but like my flawless glitches, except my flawless glitches also have 16 base protection. But it's kind of a problem because this army is led by a ton of Tuatha warriors who all have magic weapons, so these units will be able to hit the Lamashtas pretty easily. But besides that, I don't know, maybe they'll be good. We'll have what? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. We're summoning 16 of them on turn 1. And then another 16 after we get down Fortitude. I thought this might be good because we're going to get hit by Thunderstrikes, but I don't know. It's only 5 shock resistance. Maybe I should just do nothing but Lamashtas. Whatever, it's set up like that anyway. Astral Mages are going to spam Horror Mark. I can't remember, are Lamashtas one of the enemies that... because they're kind of independent, right? I was wondering if they're attracted to commanders who are Horror Marked or not. So my Astral Mages are going to do Horror Mark, or the S3 guys are going to do Astral Geyser, which also Horror Marks. So that's what the Astral guys do. And the Nature guys are going to cast Random Access Attack. It's pretty long range, and also it's a little bit of armor-piercing damage, so I don't know, maybe that's good. It's a very low amount of damage, though, and it's shock, and obviously he's going to have a lot of shock res. He's got shock res on his Bless as well. But, you know, we'll give it a shot. That's all that's really happening. I'm also casting Mass Protection in the battle to give us a bit of prop. And these guys are just going to spam... This guy's just going to do Wind of Death and Wailing Winds and stuff. Lamashtas all have Fear. So if we stack that with some Wailing Winds and stuff, and maybe this guy can do some panics, and maybe we'll fear some things out, I don't know. Seems unlikely because a lot of these units have really high morale. And I think he's going to intentionally do a lot of Berserk. He does a lot of Berserk on the animals at the beginning. So you can see all these guys are immediately Berserks. They have 99 morale. So Fear might not be a great strat. But there's only one thing we actually need to make route, which is through the Long-Handed. Because this is the only priest I can see. And he only has 16 morale, so I don't know. Maybe. There's no other priests, right? Yeah, these are only H2 priests. A lot of charming going on. Might be a problem, I don't know. Well, there's not much we can do. We'll just give it a shot. Other movements this turn probably aren't that important. I mean, we can't... Even if I move like a bunch of stuff this direction this turn, like let's say, best case scenario, we actually fight this army off entirely. Well, then that's great, because it's all just going to die because there's nowhere to retreat to, so we don't need to move this. Worst case would be we lose the throne, but we kill the priest. In which case, does it really matter if I move these guys off? I guess I could move some of the teleport guys. Like the guys who have big astral or air could move to a lab. No, it wouldn't make a difference, would it? Because they'd have the throne. So I'm going to have to break down the walls, and if he can cloud trapeze another priest into here, then he'll just be able to claim it, right? Yeah, unless we just win this fight, I think we're just out, right? Unless he has no other H3s, but that seems unlikely. Well, anyway, I'm just moving here what I've said. And down here we're putting together an army to take this throne, so, you know, if things go well, we might get Fomoria's throne, but besides that, not much to say. So that's the turn. So it's turn 70. This game might be about to end. If you might notice, by the way, like we've got like no gems now. I alchemized every single gem this turn to give people pearls or death gems, especially over here. All my death gems are tied up in this army now. Got people walking around just carrying death gems for this army, and they're all just over here. Unfortunately. Yeah. So that was 1070. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.